What's up, NFL fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and don't forget to check out and purchase your copy of our latest football game plan book, Stiff Arming Football Myths. We have these available in both PDF and paperback form.
For the Lions in this ball game, the secondary has to win those individual matchups versus the talented receiving core of Atlanta. If they can't win those battles one-on-one, they're going to struggle all day long. And you have to make the Falcons defend the running game offensively, run downhill, force these guys to be forceful versus the run. You can make this a well-balanced game and not have to put the football in the air more often than you need to against this defense. And I would start the game in the first quarter. You can't find yourself starting slow, lulling behind this explosive offense. Otherwise, Atlanta can get up quick and then it'll be tough to come back versus this Falcons offense. Now, for the Falcons in this ball game, you have to handle the interior defensive line of the Detroit Lions. You can't game plan around Detroit unless you game plan for Ndamukong Suh and Nick Fairley and get those guys blocked on the inside. Otherwise, you're going to struggle. Now, the screen game can help neutralize that pressure, so look for that screen game to be in full effect early on or throughout the course of the ball game for Atlanta. I'm talking about the running back screens, the receiver screens, even the tight end screens. The screen game can help give Matt Ryan added time back there in the pocket. And defensively, you want to make Stafford beat the blitz. I still think this is a guy that struggles versus the blitz. Come at him with that delayed pressure down at A and B gap, force him to get rid of that football quickly, which could result into a bad decision, a good decision at least for your defense.
This week versus the Atlanta Falcons, the Detroit Lions have to be able to defend the spread formation of the Falcons when they go 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end. I'm going to show you how they can do that with the cover 3 shell look to help put those guys in better position to protect underneath and also keep 3 guys deep on the back end. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Just straight 3 guys deep. You want cover 3, but you also want to protect yourself underneath, and this is what the shell look does for you. And the reason why I like this, you have 7 guys available to stop the run. So if they're going to run the football, you have 7 guys in place to make a play. It also protects you as far as you want to send 2 backers on a blitz. You're still well protected on the back end as well to play coverage. And you can also disguise 3 deep zone or 4 deep zone. You can easily get rotation back here to cover 2, whatever you want to do. So this shell look just puts the strong safety close to the line of scrimmage, allows you to be in a great position versus the run, but also get creative in how you want to play your underneath coverage, because the Falcons don't attack deep down the field as much. They like to hit the short to intermediate passing game, and putting those guys in the intermediate area could help the Lions have success this week versus Atlanta. The Atlanta Falcons have to be able to apply pressure versus the Detroit Lions, and one way they can do so is by sending cornerbacks off the edge. I'm going to show you how they can show pre-snap cover 2, but really it's cover 1, and sending a guy off the edge to get Stafford on the ground. Show you what we're talking about here. 3-4 defense, pre-snap cover 2, but really it's going to be cover 1, and we're going to drop the safety down in the middle of the field. And as the cadence starts to wind down, what we're going to do, we're going to get weak side pressure and walk this guy up to send him. So he's going to walk up, and boom, he's coming off the edge. We're sending the corner off the edge to try to influence a quick and bad decision by Matt Stafford. And as he's walking down, he's walking over, because now he's responsible for that receiver over here. Contain pressure over here. We're going to have the nose tackle cross face of the center, and we're going to send inside backer on that outside shoulder of the guard, C gap, bring him back over, B gap, bring him over in the A gap, drop him underneath, contain pressure right there. He has the curl out responsibility, and you want your corners aligned inside technique to try to funnel these guys outside where he has the sideline as his help. He's manned up safety on the receiver. That's why you want to bring the safety in the middle of the field, so that way he can help out to help his guy out if he's getting beat by that wide receiver. But you see where you get weak side pressure, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys going weak side, 3 guys going weak side, 4 guys going weak side, 2 strong side to play contain, forcing a quick and bad decision. You can see where he could drop back and maybe force the football right here where 2 backers are combo covering the tight end. So that's one way you can get pressure on Matt Stafford as far as sending weak side pressure, sending the cornerback. And the Falcons have 2 excellent corners that I think are very good blitzers.
The Falcons love to spread the field with 3 wide receivers and a tight end. That's why this week it's important for the Detroit Lions to find creative ways to have success in coverage. Now, for the Falcons, it's all about alignment. They're trying to force one-on-one situations with their guys on the outside, which is why you see their wide receivers aligned outside of the numbers. They're trying to put that single high safety in a situation where he has way too much field to cover, and it will be next to impossible for him to get over top of either one of these outside routes without tipping his hand pre-snap. That's also why they put speed and quickness in the slot with guys like Harry Douglas or Devin Hester on the inside. Now you're going to get the speed guy across the face of that free safety, thus opening up a huge passing window on the outside. That's why it's going to be interesting to see if Detroit goes with a single high safety or two safeties when the Falcons go spread. You see right here, Tampa tried to keep a single high safety look, but it caused them to give up big plays in a passing game like this down the field to Julio Jones. And for the Atlanta Falcons, it's all about getting off blocks in the running game. They're going to have to be able to stop the run of the Detroit Lions. And if you look back when they played the New York Giants, same type of running style, they had problems getting off blocks and defending either the split zone or outside zone or even inside zone. And if they can't do that versus Detroit, Reggie Bush, Joique Bell and company will have a big day on the ground. The Detroit Lions don't do anything special. Again, you're going to see a lot of inside zone. You're going to see a lot of outside zone. You're going to see a lot of gap plays. And this was a gap play right here, almost looking like the split zone where they bring the fullback back across the formation. And again, if the Falcons can't get off blocks, you know this guy right here, Reggie Bush, will have a huge day running the football, finding the lane, finding the cutback, and popping one for a big gain. The X factor in this ball game for Detroit, in my opinion, will be the special teams unit. They have a very tough task this week going against that Atlanta Falcons return game with Devin Hester and company. So John Bonamego will have to do a great job in coaching those guys up, deciding whether or not to kick to Devin Hester or kick away from him. But I think the special teams will have a huge impact on the outcome of this ball game for Detroit. And for Atlanta, it's going to be the youthful offensive line. They're going against a very tough defensive front seven of Detroit. So guys like Jake Matthews, even rookie James Stone may see a start this week at center. So those guys are going to have to play like veterans versus guys like Ndamukong Suh, Nick Fairley, even a guy on the outside in Ziggy Ansah. So this young offensive line really has to grow up pretty quick to protect Matt Ryan. I like the Lions in this ball game. This is a very good football team on both sides of the ball, and I like the way they're headed. They're running the football. They're operating off play action. Defensively, they can get off the field and they can generate turnovers, all of which, in my opinion, will be enough to knock off the Atlanta Falcons, who can't stop the run or protect the quarterback with any level of consistency. So look for Detroit to take care of business this week versus the Falcons.
What's up, fantasy football fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. For all of your starts, sits, fantasy football notes, news, and tidbits, tune into our podcast, Football Game Plan Starting Lineup, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on our Football Game Plan Radio Network, which is located at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.
And don't forget to check out Football Game Plan's NFL Wraparound live every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan, where we give you all of our late minute and last minute notes, news, and tidbits and thoughts on each and every game on the NFL schedule. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Lion Fan Forums and Falcon Fan Forums for always showing Football Game Plan support.